Atherton per resident throws away 535 pounds of organics a month. Now, did you look at what has been under Allied? Has that gone up because of the food waste? And what's the significance? Has the organics increased, the weight increased because of food waste?
Well, I mentioned that actually from first quarter this year compared to the first quarter last year, we've actually increased to our organics by 50%.
Okay.
So I can assume it's because they're being emptied every week, and so they're there and people are filling them up. I know I fill mine up more frequently now that they're filled up every week.
Because I know that I put mine out before I came tonight, and I had one green bin, and my other green bin was only half full. And I have gone to, I used to have 3 black garbage, 3 32-gallon garbage cans that were overflowing, and so I was paying at the rate of, effectively $80 a month for that. And I've gone to 1 black 32-gallon. So I'm saving money, and I'm not filling up both of my green waste. But a couple of questions that I had from before that did not get answered. Does ecology create revenue from our green waste and the compost by selling the organics?
The organics, actually, the selling of the recyclables, including the compost, is business of the SBWMA, and they said right now a ton is about $6 is what they're getting back from the farmers. It's minimal and it varies. The same as right now we're getting high commodity prices on the aluminum, but the market could fall and we'll still sell it, but we'll sell it at a substantially reduced rate.
So we have 1,800 tons a month that they're getting, and so they sell it. So I think we should be getting a rebate or something.
Well, we do. It goes in our transfer location costs, and it goes in our cost that we get added on to our ecology pickup fee in the SBWMA cost.
And has there analysis been done about the black garbage cans? It seems like everybody, Sandy has reduced his black garbage can amount, and so overall the town has reduced their black garbage can tonnage, and you think that the tipping fee or the disposal fees would have gone down because of that?
Well, and I didn't bring it down on my computer. The January was a very heavy month in solid waste because after Christmas people were on vacation, and then it went down in February. It's a short month, and then we had, and then it went slightly back up in March. The April numbers won't come out until the next SPWMA council meeting, which is going to be in a week or so.
But it would stand to reason if people like me and like Sandy were reducing, and like Peter Carpenter, that he's reducing his. So the comment that the resident made about a 96-gallon, I'm not singling you out, but that you're going to go to 4 20-gallon. That's kind of working the system, and you would think that there would be some kind of a rule or regulation that if you've got 2 32-gallon cans that you're trying to work the system, you would just be put up to a 64 gallons. That's just a thought. So the $160,000 savings doesn't seem like it's very significant, and I would question that.
I have to, city attorney just said before me that as we're talking about an ordinance here, I have to announce that the public hearing is closed.
Do I have to stop?
You can hear it.
Oh.
I know you were.
Okay. So I know that it appears that the model of the reducing our black waste and reducing our cost for the black garbage can, if everybody went to that, ecology wouldn't be able to make enough money on the town, and they'd still be incurring all these costs. I think they need to have smaller trucks for some of our smaller cul-de-sacs, like Councilmember McKeithen's, so that they can they should be using those in the type areas. But I agree that we have this structural deficit here that we've got to attack, that we also need to go back and renegotiate this contract because it's just not working for us. I personally think the organics is a really good thing. For me, I'm enjoying it. I've never done composting at the house. I have a smaller lot, and it would be hard for me to find a place to compost. I know most people have acres or more, but it prevents me putting stuff down the garbage disposal, which, it makes it easier on the water treatment plants, because it became apparent to me from a comment one of the residents made a month or so ago that, putting food waste down the garbage disposal is hard on the water treatment plant. We really should, I know it's a convenience that we've all gotten used to, but just by composting the food waste, I've changed my behavior, and I love it. And I'm paying less than I was before. That's all I have.
No other comments, council members. I believe we have to approve an ordinance which will increase the rates. Ordinance, this is the ordinance of City Council of the Town of Atherton increasing rates for solid waste recycling collection services. I have a motion to approve.
Well, I think, Mr. Mayor, we need to identify the numbers that are going to fill in the box first.
Right, yeah. But there's three different ones in front of us right now.
Let's fill them in.
Mr. Mayor, there were three rates that were put together, put forth. One essentially similar to the numbers that were presented in December. One set that represents essentially a 38% that was approved in March, and then a hybrid which essentially addresses some of the concerns that the residents had brought up with regards to it's cheaper for me to just change out. Many of the protest letters identified that, and so we tried to address that in that hybrid case, which essentially is about a 50% increase across the board on most of the cans.
But Bill, now that we notice the residents on one rate.
No, this is not to exceed.
No, sir, we're allowed to go to any rate. I checked with the council, we're allowed to go with any rate up to and including what we noticed in the month.
So I would say I personally would like to go to the highest rate possible to reduce that deficit at the end of the year. That would be my view. So, any other council members want to change that? Let's hear it.
Well, I'd like to come up with a higher number that was approved in March, but go with the numbers that essentially represent an across-the-board 50% increase, as opposed to having a 100% increase for some of the council members, for some of the residents, and essentially the costs are very close to the same, and continue the work that we're doing and trying to reduce the costs even further. Those are the ones, no, those are the ones that in December. And then I present it.
And the maximum rates,
Those are the maximum rates.
those are the maximum rates.
Yeah, Bill, you were suggesting the hybrid model.
Yeah.
I would move that we accept that.
So I personally would recommend the highest rates we can approve tonight so that we can reduce that deficit at the end of the year, which is going to kill us.
There's a motion on the floor.
I'll second Councilmember Carlson's motion for the modified rate, but I'd also like to somehow, is there a way that we can put a rule in there that you can't have 4 20-gallon cans instead of 1 96-gallon can? It just doesn't seem fair. That wasn't noticed. I can't have it. Okay, well, I'll just second your motion.
Well, what are the rates that we're talking about?
It's a 20-gallon can for $20 a month, a 32-gallon can for $44 a month, a 64-gallon can for $83 a month, and a 96-gallon can for $125 a month. And that was Councilmember Vice Mayor Ridmer's modified rate schedule.
Mr. Mayor, the plus is $5
plus the $5.
$5 additional, making it $6.
Okay, so that's $20, $44, $83, and $125.
Yes.
Rich, we're talking about?
Plus the $5.
Yes.
In addition to the $1 that's there, bringing a green can 3 and up with $6.
You get 2 free green
Right.
cans, and then additional, third and up is $5.
But we have a motion that's,
Could
go ahead and second.
Can I make a comment? The only problem with your table is it only takes care of one of the container sizes. They can do that with the 64 gallon. For the 64 gallon, which is $83, they can go ahead and order 3 of the 20 gallons and get 60 gallons for $60.
Going 64 to 32, double the 32, it's 88, and that's why I did that.
Yeah, but they get 60 gallons, they get $4 gallons less, plus they get 4 extra green carts every week.
To me, that's wrong. I think that's,
I think
I had no choice but to leave the 20. It was an error on the part of the noticing period.
that's why I think we should stop fooling around and trying to figure out what they're going to do and just leave it as the proposed notice rate increase. And then we know we have to go back over this and deal with it. And so deal with it as a rate increase that was proposed, and then go back and start looking at why these rates are what they are. Reopen the contract to look at every other week and get rid of the food waste. Why, and try and get the rates down low to all across the board. And I think that's what we have to do, and see who drops out and how that enters into the equation. But stop fooling around with these rates, because there are all kinds of permutations that people can work on to reduce their rates as they are now.
it would be the same thing even with the higher rate, Kathy.
It'd be worse.
It'd be worse.
No, it wouldn't. If you can drop a few gallons in your waste collection, and get a lot more green waste cans.
Well, what is the amount that you noticed?
We noticed
This
the first number,
First number.
which is, there's a motion on the floor. That's been seconded.
Motion on the floor.
I've got a question, Mr. Mayor. Does this require 4 yes votes to pass? 4?
Well, I will ask for a vote for the numbers that Council Member Carlson voted. Can I have a vote on that? All in
Aye.
favor?
I,
Opposed? Now I will make a motion that we go to the rates that were noticed, which are these here. The ones that were noticed right here. I'll make a motion that we approve the rates that were noticed. Can I have a second? Second. All in favor?
Discussion?
I think we should read the rates so that the public can see.
The rates that were noticed were $20 for a 20-gallon can, $44 for a 32-gallon can, $101 for a 64-gallon can, and $163 for 29 cents for a 96-gallon can. Plus the $5 for every additional green can over 2.
We're not saying we like it, we're saying it needs to be completely reanalyzed, but we can't work with this deficit.
So we have a motion for, I would ask for a vote for the motion for it to be moved and seconded. All in favor? So that one's defeated.
Well, we need, Mr. Mayor, we need to do something here tonight.
Absolutely.
And